Rest in peace to Tito Jackson. I cannot believe I have not talked about this yet. The St. Lunatics are suing the ultimate lunatic. Ooh, that sounds bad. But they're suing Nelly, their leader. And then let's finally get into Papa Diddy Pop. Y'all know Puff Daddy's been arrested and in jail. So let's talk about it, y'all. Look at this here. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video. And then leave your comments down below on these three topics. Y'all know how we get down with look at this here. Three topics in 20 minutes or less. Let's start off with Tito Jackson. So, Tito Jackson is one of the founding members, if not, in my opinion, the founding member of the Jacksons, the Jackson 5, the Jackson Boys, all the different iterations of their name that they have had over the years. Okay. Tito Jackson, born as Toriano Idarel Jackson, born October 15th in 1953. He passed away last week, September 15th. It's reported that I guess he was driving and had a heart attack and passed away as a result. That is a horrific way to die, a very lonely way to die. That's too bad. Like, because when you think about it, the Jackson 5 is now down to the Jackson 3. The Jacksons are now down to 4, with the only surviving brothers now being Marlon, Jackie, Jermaine, and Randy. It's so sad. Like, I remember. Okay, so we've all seen American Dream, right? Y'all should have. Y'all should have seen in American Dream the Jackson story. But we all know that the Jacksons became the group that we know them as today because Tito was sneaking and playing Joe Jackson's guitar, broke the guitar string after Joe, beat that ass, told him go ahead and play. And you bet not mess up. And from there, the Jacksons were born. They had a crazy, crazy career. I still play the Jacksons music. I still play their music from the Jackson 5. I'll still turn on some ABC. I'll be there. I was obsessed with Rockin' Robin. I still have the original Jackson 5 album over there that my dad gave me out of his collection because he had two from back in the day. Like, it's too bad. I will say this though. I saw a lot of people that were like, I feel bad for Janet and Catherine. They got other siblings. Like, y'all don't feel bad for Latoya? Y'all don't feel bad for their kids? Y'all don't feel bad? You know what I mean? Like, I always wonder what goes through people's minds when they say stuff like that. So, like, out of this huge family where there were numerous kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews and cousins and everything, y'all only feel bad for Janet? People were like, I know Janet is going through it. What about his brothers? And I know that's kind of nitpicking, but like, oh my God. So rest in peace to Tito Jackson. We're getting to that point in life where so many of our greats are passing on. Because think about it. Tito Jackson, and this is just in the past, month and a half, Tito Jackson, James Earl Jones, Frankie Beverly, Fat Man Scoop, what's his name? Rich Homie Quan has passed away. Beat King has passed away. Like, 2024 was going out with a bang. Boom, right? Oh my God. So rest in peace. Keep the Jackson family and everybody that knew Tito in your prayers, your thoughts, all that good stuff. Let's talk the St. Lunatics. Say it loud. From the Lou and the Proud. I have been obsessed with Nelly since Nelly came out in 2000 with Country Grammar, personally. Out of the St. Lunatics, Murphy Lee was my fave. So imagine my excitement when I got to interview him back when Tammy Talks was just a blog. But I have always loved just their entire sound. So we know the St. Lunatics are, I don't know if Nelly was in the St. Lunatics or if they was just behind him. I don't know, but we'll say Nelly. Okay. Then it is Ali Jones, City Spud, mama named him Lavelle Webb, Keywan, who is Robert Keywan, and Murphy Lee, who is Tori Harper. So there is another member though, Slow Down, who his name is Corey Edwards. He's not involved in this case, but the other four members, City Spud, Keywan, Ali, and Murphy Lee, which I feel like are the ones that we know the most, they are now suing Nelly because they are not listed. They are not listed as writers or producers on his debut album Country Grammar, which came out in 2000. They're not credited on the album. They are alleging, according to their attorneys, that they were manipulated into believing that Nelly was going to give them writing credits and pay them for their work on his 2000 on his album Country Grammar, which came out in the year 2000. So I feel like this is unfortunate because we're now 24 years later. We are 24 years later. So, did y'all just find out that y'all weren't listed as a writer? Like, is this new information? Is it because did the album just go like diamond or something? There has to be a reason that this is coming out now. So, they are suing for copyright infringement, which, according to this article, can be filed years after the song's in question. So let's be real. We know that Murphy Lee and Ali, and I feel like City Spud too, they all have had some memorable verses on some Nelly songs over the years. Now, if Nelly is not crediting them for those particular songs where you have a notable verse like on Batter Up or something like that, then yes, that's the issue. But if you feel that because you were in the background or you were in the session or something like that, and you feel that you were manipulated or gaslit into thinking that you were going to get a writing credit, I kind of feel like that's on you. I don't really have enough information to say like who's right or who's wrong in this situation, but this is interesting. We don't really hear about Nelly being in any drama or anything like that. So I'm curious. Well, let me take that back. Shoot. Nelly just got arrested a while ago for having like ecstasy or something, right? We'll say we don't hear about Nelly being involved in bad music business. We'll do it that way. So it is saying that Nelly's legal team could likely argue that the case is due to copyright ownership, which has a statute of limitations of 3 years. So the St. Lunatics, their attorney, Precious Felder Gates, said that they want to reach a harmonious resolution, which basically means go on and pay us something real quick and then we'll leave you alone. Typically what that means, and as of this article, which came out the 18th, let me see when this article came out. This article came out the 19th. So as of yesterday, Nelly's team has not yet responded to this. They haven't provided any comments. This is interesting though. I think I'm going to follow up with this because I thought Nelly was still cool with all of these people. I didn't know that there were any issues with any of them. So the fact that this seems to have just come out of nowhere over an album from 2000, it's crazy to me. I was in high school. Wow. Okay, but we will keep an eye out on what's going on with that. Let's get to what y'all probably here for. Sean, Puffy, P. Diddy, Papa Diddy Pop, whatever he wants to go by Combs. We all know that Monday night, which was, I don't know the date, the 16th, news broke later in the evening that Puff Daddy, Sean Diddy Combs, was arrested by Homeland Security in New York. Now, right after that rang true, it was also reported that even though Diddy was arrested today. They were supposed to arrest him Tuesday. Something happened that caused the federale hood to say, yo, we got to get up in there a little early and go pick him up. So that is what they did. So Diddy right now is being charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Basically, they trying to get Diddy with like a RICO that involves sex trafficking and prostitution and just some type of organized sex crime ring. That is not good. Racketeering itself is going to keep you in jail for life. Hands down. Hands down. So he is being held right now in Manhattan, and what they are saying is like one of the like worst jails to be in. They were reporting that there was like the food has like maggots in there. There's rats running around. There was a period of time where they just didn't have heat. They don't necessarily have air conditioning if it's hot. It is just a horrific jail. Any jail, I would assume, I've never been to jail, but I would presume any jail is horrific to be in, but this is just one of the worst. So this is the timeline of events that has led up to this. So a lot of people shouldn't be confused because we've been going through this for almost a year now in regards to Diddy. So it started in November of 2023 where Cassie and two other individuals filed suit. We know that he denied everything that Cassie was saying initially, but he ended up paying her off to kind of make the case go away quietly. Remember, Puffy issued that very staged, very nigga please apology, which he didn't even look very remorseful, right? He didn't exactly look sad. It was just kind of, let me go ahead and put this out real quick. December of 2023, Jane Doe said that she was gang attacked, we'll call it that, by Diddy at 17 years old. February 2024, Rodney Jones accuses Combs of a RICO enterprise. Yikes. We then pan over to March 2024, where, remember, Puffy's homes were searched by federal agents. Remember, that broke out. That was all over the news. Had his sons, Justin and Christian, held at gunpoint while they went in and ransacked that house. Then, in April 2024, Christian Combs, y'all like to call that young man King Combs. I'm gonna call him Christian. This is what his mama named him, Kim. So he was accused of assault and accused of sexual assault. So then in May 2024, video surfaces of a 2016 assault on Cassie in the hotel. Remember, Cassie was trying to get get in the elevator. Diddy comes running out barefoot with a towel on, runs up on her, grabs her by the back of the head, all that type of stuff. Horrific scene. That rang out across the world, across the airwaves, right? Then in September, Diddy he issued that apology after the video, after denying that he never did anything, after swearing up, down, all around that he has never done anything like this, and these are all lies and fallacies being told on his name. After the video came out, then Diddy decided, hey girl, my bad, y'all. I'm embarrassed. I was embarrassed then, and I'm embarrassed now. You weren't embarrassed then, and you're not embarrassed now. You're just mad you got caught. You're mad that whoever you paid off at that hotel at that time to keep their mouth shut and probably take the hush money has decided, no, I'm going to go out and somehow it got in the hands of, was it TMZ? September 2024, former Danity Kane group member Dawn Richard, I think she goes by now, sues Puff Daddy. Now, when Dawn sued Puff Daddy, everybody's ears perked up again. So then Diddy was arrested on September 16th. So on September 17th, the U.S. attorney alleges the racketeering case against him. So we knew that Diddy was going to spend the night in jail. He tried to make a plea for bail, and he was offering like $50 million, which would which would involve his house, I think his mother's house, and I think it was one other property involved. And then it was saying that he already had given up his passport, and then he was gonna give up the passport of the twins, that other daughter that is around the same age as the twins, the baby, Love, who's what, one, and then his mother. So they were all going to give up their passports. I'm assuming that Quincy, Christian, and Justin have already given up their passports. And the judge was like, no, you're a flight risk. The prosecution is like, no, you're a flight risk. Diddy's lawyer is like, no, he's changed. I mean, he reads daily sermons, okay? He reads the word. He does this. I got eyes on him at all time. He's not going anywhere. And the judge said, absolutely not. You have the money, the power, the reach, that even if I take your passport, you can still get out of the country should you desire to. On top of the fact that Diddy was picked up, and when he was arrested Monday night, they found ecstasy on him. You're here because you know that you're getting ready to either turn yourself in or be arrested, and you are still irresponsible enough to have drugs not only in your system but on your body and in your possession. So that was denied. So then, was it Wednesday morning, Diddy tried to appeal. And he's like, look, I won't have anybody come over. Only friends. No, he was like, I'll only have family come over. Now, y'all know that family is going to involve those boys. Now, I don't think that Quincy is knee deep in the shit like Christian and Justin are. But I hate to say it, but having Christian still have access to his father is not a good thing, because Christian has been the one that has been loud and proud about how his dad is innocent about everything. So no, we don't want you having Christian being able to come to the house so you can relay messages to him to go and still intimidate witnesses and whatever the case. So Diddy's lawyer is like, well, look. We'll only have family come over and friends that are non-co-conspirators. What? No, you can sit in jail and you can wait till trial. I don't feel a way about this. I don't. I mean, like, I'm not even going to get into the details of what they found, the thousands of bottles of baby oil and all that type of stuff, the pictures, the footage, the videos, all of this type of stuff. I think if Diddy goes down for this, which he will, I think that everybody that was involved with him and that helped him do this to these women, to these men, because it's not just women victims that did this to these men as well, they should all go down. Everybody is responsible. If you enabled him, if you booked flights, if you drove the plane, if you drove the bus, all of these people need to be involved. And I think that Christian being so loud, being so loud and vocal, you need to be careful too, because little baby Diddy, you, I'm sure, are on tape. Quincy, go back and go find your real daddy. I understand that Diddy adopted him, but go find Albie Shore. Don't involve yourself with this. Quincy hasn't come up in anything. Do not involve yourself with this. This is a shame, because now I think the real losers, the real victims in this, and as far as the Combs family, are the girls. The twins who Diddy couldn't go to like their prom and their graduation and all that stuff with, like they're the victims. This baby who has literally nothing to do with nothing. Let me know what you guys thought about the whole Diddy situation down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.